Well, welcome to part B of this episode with Chris Hogan. Again, Chris, you've often shared with us at Rohe that the number one responsibility of a leader is to recognize reality. So could you comment a little bit more about that?
You know, Rachel, you think that that'd be something easy to do.
Yes.
You got information coming in and yeah, that's what reality is. But the problem when you're at the top of the chain as far as authority goes, your understanding of what reality is affects everybody.
Yes.
And if you're off on that,
Yes.
then the whole organization could be off. And the problem is most people who are coming to give you information, they're giving it with an agenda. They're giving their perspective, their understanding. And there's multiple realities that are out there. Well, today with social media, you even have fake news out there.
Right.
Even in mainstream media,
Right.
you don't know that you can trust that information.
Right.
So just because somebody's telling you this is reality doesn't necessarily mean it is. So for a leader, his first job is to be able to recognize what is reality and to get through all the clutter and all the fake news and all the hidden agendas and all the other people's realities and to be able to sift through and go, what is really happening here? Because once you discover reality, you can make good decisions. Give you an example, World War II. You had Adolf Hitler and you had Winston Churchill. And they had spies out there. And those spies were to come back and give them information. Winston Churchill didn't have any good news for quite a while, but he didn't shoot the messenger who was giving him the bad news.
Right.
So a lot of times in an organization,
Right.
if the leader is shooting the messenger who's
Right.
bearing ground truth,
It's true.
you know what I'm
It's true.
saying? So there's propaganda in a war, and then there's ground truth. And you've got to find a way to get through all the propaganda to get to the ground truth. And once you get there, now you can't shoot the guy. You got to tell him, I appreciate what you did, because what did Winston Churchill do with the ground truth? He was able to make countermeasures.
Yes.
He was able to make good decisions.
Yes.
So without recognizing reality, you can't make a good decision that will enable you to win the battle and the war eventually, right? So in the end, Adolf Hitler had a jet that was getting ready to be released that would have won the war. But because he didn't have a good picture of reality, he couldn't make good decisions. And thankfully, the Allies were able to win. And so the first job of a leader is to recognize reality. Because, by the way, whoever is able to do that, whether they have the position of authority or not, they will be the one in the room who does have the authority. And whoever
So
can
good.
clarify that for his team, and it makes sense to that team, they will be the ones in the position to win.
So true. I think closer to home as a leader, I do read our financial statements. So our accountants will send us every 3 weeks. I get to read how we're doing in terms of our financial statements, and I must say that it takes courage to recognize reality, because some numbers may not look as good as encouraging as others in other months. So yeah. So I think something to add to Chris's statement is it takes courage to recognize reality and to accept it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Well, thanks, Chris. Again, wonderful to have you.
It's great to be here
Yeah,
with you guys.
wonderful to have you. So, till our next episode. Thank you. Bye bye.